What's the most embarrassing thing someone said about you when they thought you couldn't hear? My physical therapist had no idea I spoke fluent Portuguese. He had no idea I was fluent. I'm half Brazilian, but look completely white. My mom's from São Paulo, so I grew up bilingual, but I rarely use Portuguese in public because people always do double takes when this pale girl starts speaking fluent Portuguese. I'm a 26-year-old graphic designer dealing with chronic neck pain from hunching over my computer. My doctor convinced me to try physical therapy at this clinic downtown with great reviews. My therapist is Rafael, this gorgeous Brazilian guy in his late 20s with the warmest brown eyes and incredible smile that makes my day better. He's incredibly professional, speaks decent English, and always greets me with gentle energy. We chat about basic stuff, my work, the weather, how my neck is feeling. 3 weeks into my therapy, Rafael's colleague Diego comes over during one of my sessions. They start chatting in Portuguese while Rafael is working on my shoulders, and I immediately perk up when I hear my name mentioned. At first, it's innocent professional talk about my progress and which exercises work best. But then Rafael starts getting excited, his voice getting softer and more personal. He tells Diego that he thinks I'm incredibly sweet, that I always say please and thank you in this genuine way that makes him look forward to our sessions. He mentions how I always ask about his day and actually listen, unlike most clients who just scroll their phones during treatment. Diego starts teasing him, asking if he has a crush on a patient. Rafael gets flustered and admits that he's been looking forward to my appointments more than he should. He says there's something different about me, that I seem genuinely interested in Brazilian culture when he mentions little things about home. Then he reveals something that makes me smile. He's been strategically wearing his Brazil soccer jersey on days when I have appointments, hoping I'd notice and ask about Brazilian football. He even admits he's been playing Brazilian music softly during my sessions, testing to see if I'd recognize any artists. Diego laughs and says, I probably don't even know where Brazil is on a map. But Rafael gets defensive. He says he can tell I'm different from other American girls. That when he mentions missing Brazilian food or festivals, I actually seem interested instead of just nodding politely. Then he says the thing that melts my heart completely. He tells Diego that he's been practicing English conversations about Brazilian culture, hoping to steer our chats toward topics like music, food, or travel. He's been hoping I'd show interest so he could share more about his homeland. He admits he's been taking extra time with my treatment sessions because he loves our conversations and doesn't want them to end. He even confesses that he's been researching American art and design online, trying to understand my job better. Diego asks if he's going to ask me out, and Rafael says he's too nervous. That patient-therapist relationships are complicated, and he doesn't want to make me uncomfortable. But then he admits he's been hoping I'd ask him about Brazilian culture, or maybe even ask him to grab coffee. Then he reveals his master plan. He tells Diego that he's been thinking about, accidentally, mentioning this Brazilian restaurant downtown that he misses, hoping I'd offer to check it out with him. When he finishes my session that day, I notice he's wearing a small Brazilian flag pin on his scrubs, and he's humming a song I recognize, Garota de Ipanema. He's watching my face carefully, probably hoping I'll recognize something. I look at his pin, then at his hopeful expression, and decide it's time to end this sweet charade. I say in perfect Portuguese, that's a beautiful song. I love bossa nova, especially when I'm missing São Paulo. He literally drops the towel he's holding and his jaw hits the floor. His eyes go wide and he starts laughing in disbelief. I continue in Portuguese. And I'd love to try that Brazilian restaurant you were thinking about mentioning. I've been craving some proper feijoada. He covers his face with his hands, embarrassed, but smiling huge. How long have you understood everything? Now we talk in Portuguese during every appointment, and we're planning a trip to São Paulo together next year. We've become genuine friends.